We don't do that here.
But the cream rises to the top.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so.
Ultimate fucking casuals. We're back, baby. All up in your ears. Ear pokes are in effect. Nathan, Isaac, gentlemen, how are we?
Doing
My
well,
ears
doing
are
well.
ready.
All right, really quick, some boxing news. Well, it's not really news anymore, but in about a month, December 21st, it's going to be in Saudi Arabia again, unfortunately, but Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, the rematch. I think this is still undisputed, even though one of the belts was stripped off. This is still undisputed in my book, but I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this one?
I think it's an awesome fight. I mean, it's the best the heavyweight division has to offer right now, I think. All due respect to Daniel Dubois, but I mean, the style matchup's awesome here. The legacy is on the line. The stakes are way higher for this fight. And yeah, I'm early, I guess, prediction. I'm leaning toward Usyk winning again, but like that is a nervous prediction because I do respect, even at his age, what Fury's able to do and just the tremendous physical advantages he has at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have this fight as like a 50-50. I know, like, you know, Usyk looked tremendous the last time out, but this is still a very, very close fight, in my opinion. I think either person could win it. I'm still gonna lean Usyk, but man, this is just a mega fight. These two were meant to fight each other.
Yeah, this is. I'm trying to think of what a earlier analog would be like. Holyfield is similar to Usyk, the way, like their athleticism and their size disadvantages going into heavyweight versus somebody that's just way fucking bigger. That's something. Yeah, same as you guys. I'm not sure what to make of the whole Tyson Fury. His wife apparently had a miscarriage or something as he was boarding the plane for Riyadh.
That's extremely sad.
It is very sad. Yeah, of course, prayers up for the Furies. Hope Paris is doing all right. But like that, to me, if it's legitimate, which it seems to be, the Tyson Fury was very distracted, understandably so, and this time it's like you all are writing me off, thinking that Usyk is better than me. So it's like that chip on the shoulder kind of thing, I think is what's coming to mind for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous. I feel like Fury's gonna, because you know, in the first fight he came out and there was like a lot of taunting. You know, he was sort of like joking around in the fight.
Yeah, he was clowning
I feel like
around.
this time he'll be a lot more serious. Yeah, I feel like he'll be. You know how in the second Wilder fight?
Yep, I was gonna bring that up.
Started steamrolling Wilder. I feel like we might see, that Kronk style come out, as soon as the bell rings in the first round. I think he said he's going to come in like a little bit heavier, or I'm not sure, but I think he will at least. But man, I can tell you this: we will be watching, and this is a mega fight.
Absolutely,
like this is something you sit down, have some great food. This is, man, don't blink. I hope Usyk can win, but this is not an easy fight for either person.
Given that it's happening in Saudi Arabia, I expect that the card will be starting West Coast about 10 or 11, and give it like, oh shit, if they do a long break like last time. But expect add on like 3 or 4 hours, and you're probably getting close to the co-main, depending on how many fights are on the card. But yeah, you're getting closer to the co-main there, so that you can get settled in. It's going to be around like late afternoon time, so maybe keep the tequila shots to a minimum, and just kind of maybe have a light session beer or whatever your preference is.
I do love that. That might be like one of the only things I enjoy about the Saudi cards, is that like it's like early enough where I don't have to like kill my sleep. Can have some nice food sort of early in the day. But the only thing I like about the Saudi cards. But you also have to mention, well, I guess no. I was going to mention Madrimov and Bochuk, but
oh shit,
to be for another day. Man, that is
an excellent fight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Discord colors, Usyk. I'm gonna do Ukraine blue, and for Tyson Fury, I'm thinking Manchester United, either red or yellow.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of yellow, or a lot of team. What do you say? You
Fury.
said were you gonna do yellow or blue?
For Usyk?
Oh no, blue for Usyk. Blue.
Yeah, blue.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of blue.
I think so
A
too.
lot of blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last time I'll probably be able to use this argument because the Ukraine war is about to end. But you, dear listener, please be on the right side of history and back the Ukrainian. It's too important of time in history to not be pro-Ukraine. So,
Oh shit. Yeah, that's not about to be very good for them.
Do you know, like, as well, because you know how like in the first fight, like Usyk's walkout was like super cold. In the first Fury fight, I wonder what he's gonna do this time.
What if he's distracted this time?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Fury was distracted last time. I mean, you know, he's got to lock in. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, man. This is just such a good fight. We're getting it twice in the same year. This has really been a good year for boxing.
I'd like to thank His Excellency Turkey fucking Milkshake for making this all happen.
Thank you for funding.
Yeah, it's the new. I'd like to thank Al Heyman.
Yeah, I mean,
but there you go.
Put money to good use at least.
Usyk, riding with you, of course, as I did before. There's a lot riding on his shoulders here. But let's move into some MMA news. Usman Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes. It's a Bellator title fight. I forgot what weight class Nurmagomedov is.
I think this is featherweight.
Feather. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not sure who Paul Hughes is, so I don't really know.
His most recent outing, I think it was on the Ngannou card. He fought AJ McKee. He was like a little bit of hamper status, but he's like this like sort of next this big like Irish prospect. I don't even know if you can call him a prospect anymore. I feel like he's the real deal. But this is a mega fight. There's a lot of hype behind Paul Hughes, and obviously Usman, one of the Nurmagomedov boys.
Yeah, Eagle.
This is just it's a great fight. They were talking about, or after the McKee fight where Paul Hughes won, Paul Hughes was talking about having Conor in his corner for the Usman fight. And if you have, Khabib is in Usman's corner.
Proxy.
So I don't know. Yeah, if I'm Bellator, like they got to get him there in the corners, or at least maybe at the press conference of the team, do some media like that. That would be, man, that would blow up this fight much more than like it already is a good fight, like stylistically. But like if they can get Conor and Khabib there, man, this would be a mega fight.
All right, moving into some recaps. Just a quick one, just because there's a whole lot of fun shit on here. So I'm gonna just highlight here. Harlison Nunez stops Ilyas Eziu. It's a bantamweight MMA. It's brutal stoppage. Another one. This was kickboxing. Hiroki Naruo TKO in the third versus Zhang Jinhu. Yeah, a lot of back and forth action there. Very fun. And then last one, Kautem versus Lamsing, Muay Thai, and Kautem's a fucking machine. It's kind of scary. I think he could. Maybe it's just like the bloodlust that has me all high on him, but he has. I think he has serious potential. So hopefully he gets signed. And yeah, all the rest were a bunch of boring fuck decisions, so who cares? Moving on. UFC Macau. Party time. Oh shit. Let me start from the bottom up from the prelims, because it was just a great card. Nicolas Mota versus Maheshate. It's a good back and forth. It was fun. I didn't think that Mota was going to get the decision. So that was fun.
Yeah, I honestly, I'll be real. I didn't watch a lot of the prelims just because this was so early.
Yeah.
But I went back and watched a lot of the main cards, and then obviously like some of the more key moments, the prelims, like in terms of like spectacular moments.
Xiaolong TKO 3 over Quang Lei. It was a pretty brutal fight as well. Quang Lei showed his inexperience. Lonier Kavanaugh UD over Jose Ochoa. Kavanaugh, I remember writing this. Kavanaugh endangers the aguaymantos, Peruvian like tomatoes, i.e. Jose Ochoa's nuts. Fucking got kicked really hard. All right, that one fell dead. It's cool. Carlos Hernandez split decision over Nyamjargo Tumendemburl. Whatever. He's Nyamjargo. He's Mongolian. If you couldn't tell, great fight. I thought Nyamjargo. Did I write this down wrong? Because I thought Nyamjargo was doing better.
I mean, that was like the one name. This is the Mongolian dude, yes?
Yes.
Carlos Hernandez, I was like seeing like media prior to the fights saying like he was a live underdog. So I don't know if like I don't remember what the odds were, but a lot of people were like putting bets on Carlos Hernandez for an upset win.
That's right. I remember the commentary talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yep, split decision. Ooh, this was the brutal one. Xi Ming, that is Dr. Xi Ming to you, sends Shao Kahn Fang to the Shadow Realm in the third round. Fang was like super tall for the weight class, for strawweight, yeah. And the distance was a problem until Xi Ming just clobbered her neck, got sent to the hospital. By all accounts, she's doing all right. So that's good.
Yeah, so far so good. It was a really scary head kick. Just the way it landed was kind of unique, where I feel like the brunt of the kick landed on that little space behind the ear. You normally see really terrible punch knockouts happen there. You typically don't see a high kick land. Typically the high kick will land on the chin or the temple, but you don't really see it wrap around the back of the head like that. And I think that's why they shuttled her off the way they did. I mean, that also maybe the worst women's knockout I've ever seen. I don't recall the last time I saw a women's MMA fighter go like stiff like that, like leg propped up in the air, just kind of hanging there. Like that was very, very scary.
It was bad. I mean, her neck looked weird whenever she was on the ground, and I don't know. I mean, what was it? She was out for like 4 minutes.
She was
4 or 5 minutes.
She didn't sit up, I don't think. I mean, she just got flipped onto the stretcher and she didn't get up. That was very bad knockout.
Yeah, this might be up there all the time. I mean, the only ones I can think of like that sort of come close are like, at least in terms of like the fear that you felt out of concern for the fighter, were like, Bryce Mitchell getting KO'd by Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell over there spazzing on the ground. This is up there all time, I feel like, at least in terms of like worrisome knockouts. You do not see them put on that brace very often.
No. I honestly, in all of my time watching combat sports in general, and I'm going to include professional wrestling, is the only time I've ever seen something like this happen, where they put the neck brace on. Don't let them stand or sit up or anything. Oof, scary stuff. But glad to hear that Shao Kahn's doing well.
Yeah.
Xi Ming, funny part of her backstory is, so she's, I think 29 or 30, and she's a doctor, straight up fucking medical doctor, and her parents don't know that she's actually she's a MMA beast, apparently. So I thought that was funny. What was it? Xi Ming, when they did the post-fight interview finally, like after they had Shao Kahn sent off to the hospital, she was when they asked her about like, what do you think about what just happened, and then she was like about to cry. I've always tried to be mindful of my opponent's safety and their health, and I decided that I'm gonna try to be more aggressive, and I didn't want this though, but she got signed for sure. Fuck yeah, I want to see more of that.
Oh yeah, this is about as good of a debut as you can have. I feel like to UFC fans.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately made headlines. I mean, they were talking about her in the main card even. I mean, this is, I'd say, a really good start for her.
And moving up, we have fucking Dong-Hoon Choi. They pronounce it Choi, but pro tip, it's Choi. I put here that he gets the casual designation simply because where he is from, like his hometown, that's where I was stationed in Korea. So it's like we're basically best friends. So Kirusa Hoda was also like fucking down bad, man. It's a bad knockout.
England takes another L.
Su Young Yu, UD over. Oh shit. I'm just gonna go with Bear Gang. Yeah, I put this one as like it was kind of cagey. Nobody wanted to commit to anything, and given what had just been happening, it was difficult acts to follow. So it felt boring after all of that, but it was all right. So yep, China again, more else. Moving into the main portion, Zhang Mingyang stops Ozzy Diaz in the first. It was fun. I liked it.
Now the commentary was really talking up Ming Yang about like his prospect potential.
Yeah.
Like I heard basically nothing but how good this guy apparently is. I mean, he showed it. I mean, that was a pretty tremendous knockout. So
Is he a road to UFC guy as well?
I don't think so. I had all the Road to UFC guys marked here with this right there.
How many fights has he had in the UFC? Oh, he's only had 2.
Only 2.
man, he's only 26.
He's won them both.
Mm.
Won them both in the first round by KO TKO. So I mean, yeah, good start.
The Mountain Tiger. That's fun.
Light heavyweight needs it.
Yeah, fresh blood into light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Carlos Ulberg, UD over Volkan Ozdemir. Not a very fun fight, but I think Ozdemir made it that way. Didn't really seem too interested in engaging. He was probably weary of Ulberg's power, probably.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, this was not that great of a fight.
Yeah, not very
unfortunately, fun. But I mean, Ulberg won. Let's see who they match him up with next. But I don't know. I feel like he's gonna get probably a decent matchup for his next outing. I would imagine. I think he's sort of on a little bit of a win streak, and he has like a ton of hype coming in. You know, obviously this fight was a little bit of a letdown, but he's got a ton of hype coming in.
Yeah, for sure.
For his career.
What's Johnny Walker doing?
Honestly, it wouldn't be that bad of a matchup.
It's what you want, another highlight knockout.
He would kill him.
Another highlight knockout. That's what it would be.
I mean, yeah.
Well, listen. Walker is ranked number 9, so he's technically ahead.
It's a logical step.
And Ming Yang, I think after his first fight, he called out AP.
Oh,
he said,
yeah.
I want AP. So if we want to fast track this guy to get some fresh blood in the division, I'm happy to sacrifice Johnny Walker to that cause.
Yeah.
It's really a win-win because if Walker wins, then we have like a touching redemption story. But if he loses, we get another contender. So, you know.
Walker beating Ulberg, man, that would be a wild timeline.
If Ulberg knocked out Walker brutally, would he be cut?
Johnny Walker is close, man. I gotta say.
Yeah.
I feel like Johnny Walker is very close.
Well, I think what would happen
I don't know what
is
his contract is like, but
I think if he got knocked out by Ulberg, he would fall to Ming Yang and get knocked out by Ming Yang, and then he'd get cut.
oh my God, this is his only purpose in the UFC now, just to get on someone's highlight reel or highlight KO reel. That is his only purpose nowadays. That's crazy.
Moving up, our girl Wang Kong gets submitted in the second. Gabriela Fernandez, I think they were saying it, but it was fun. It's unfortunate. I thought Wang Kong was going to be able to pull it out. She seemed to be doing well enough.
She was in complete domination mode. She was piecing up Gabriela, and then just in a flash, hurt, down, tapped.
Yeah, the scramble as she was trying to rebound after getting fucking clocked.
I mean, even if like she didn't sink the hooks in and get the neck, I mean, I don't think she would have survived the ground and pound. She was so badly hurt.
Yeah, she was out of it for sure. Winning until she lost. All right, Isaac, this is your guy. Muslim Salikov sends Song Kenan to the fucking Shadow Realm in the first. I think this is his like 6th spinning heel kick to the head knockout in a row. Goodness gracious, this guy was impressive.
Yeah, this is he's putting a very nice like little collection of kick KOs together. And then this one, I mean, he went viral off of this, nice KO right in sort of primetime slot for the card at least. I don't know, man. I don't think he's not ranked. I don't know if they're gonna match him up with a ranked fighter next, but man, that Kung Fu style, this is, you know, it shows whenever he's fighting. Those kicks come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
that was great. I want to see more
that,
of this.
That was, I mean, it's just entertaining. I mean, this is what you want to see in fighters. But yeah, I don't know who they match him up with next. But I'm sure it'll be a fun fight. Maybe 1 or 2 more wins, and we can see him in the rankings.
Michael Page. It'll be a kickoff. Who can,
Page is already like scheduled for death, isn't he? That's probably
Is he fighting?
a nice thing to say. He's fighting someone that has a really good chance of beating him.
Gary? No, that was his last fight. Sorry.
Brady? No, it's not Brady. Buckley already has a matchup. Shopcop fighting Gary.
Oh, they were talking about putting him up against Shara Bullet next.
God.
Yeah, so
what?
Man.
I've already written him off for dead. Like, sorry, Paige, I'm picking Shara in that fight.
Is he moving up? Because
Are they not in the same?
no, Michael
class?
Page. I got him here at welter.
Michael Page is 170.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. And then
MVP is 170. Magomedov is 185. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I did see something about a rumor about Michael Venom Page fighting, but I don't remember what it was. There's been a lot of stuff floating around, like rumor-wise. Like I've even been seeing stuff about for the UK card, talking about Leon Edwards versus Monster Doll is going to be the main event. I mean, I don't know. I think rumors are just going crazy at the moment.
moving up to the co-main, Yan Xiaonan. Second at strawweight, gets the UD over a very tough Tabitha Ricci, who was coming in at 10th. Even if she takes the loss here, I think Ricci's stock goes up. She's got to be moved up from 10. After that, she was really tough. Crafty, I think, is a good way to describe it. She was really limber and mobile. Tried to keep herself away from Xiaonan, because otherwise she's going to get fucking rocked. And I think she knew. So, played it right.
Yeah. Like you said, her stock definitely went up.
Victory and defeat.
This is number 10 fighting number 2. I mean, this is like, that's like a pretty significant
That's
jump
really good.
in
Yeah.
rankings. Yeah.
Main event. Piotr Jan,
Oof.
UD over Davison Figueiredo. What happens to Figueiredo now? Because he's getting close to 40, and this was kind of supposed to be his leapfrog to a title fight, right?
mm-hmm.
And
This would have
Yeah,
put.
this sets him back.
big time, right?
I don't know about
I-
big time, but it doesn't help. He's got limited time.
Yeah, at this age.
I'll say this much. Like, I'm not saying, like, he's completed and, like, I think he could even still get wins, inside the top 10. But I think in terms of title aspirations, I think it's done. I don't think it's happening at bantamweight anymore. Because, I mean, he's at least 3 fights away from a title shot. Unless, like, a crazy amount of injuries or, everything aligns perfectly. But I think in terms of title aspirations, I think it's over. But I think he could absolutely still get wins inside the top 10.
Yeah, I expect he could. Rob Font had a fun outing recently, and Davison, even though he lost, still, I think he could still put something together.
Yeah. I think he fought Font, I think, at the end of last year.
Oh shit.
He's fought Font. He's fought Cheeto. He fought Garbrandt, was sort of like the outlier, but he's done well. I mean, let me see who else is
going from
in the
the
ranking.
10 up. Mario Bautista, fuck you.
Oh.
That's Jose Aldo at 10. Rob Font, Song Yadong, Cejudo at 7, Cheeto, and Figgy at 5. Then Sandhagen at 4.
I could see them, honestly, maybe Figgy versus Batista.
Is that adequate punishment for Bautista's crimes?
I mean, I can tell you this: Batista's not going to be able to wrestle Figgy like that, like he did with Aldo. And Figgy has like serious power in this division, so I think that could be a live matchup. Now that I'm looking at it, I think that's maybe where you go. He's beat Cheeto. I don't think he's doing Cejudo. Songs, I think, is already fighting Umar. Yeah, maybe.
I don't actually think they're gonna go back. I think they're gonna make like the Sandhagen fight. They're gonna give if Sandhagen's available, I think they'll have him fight
Have they not fought before?
Like Figgy?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, they have not fought.
That's another
maybe
really hard matchup, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think just purely off of name value,
Okay.
the UFC is going to want to keep him around the top because, like, Sandhagen versus Fig that could be an incredible co-main to put it under a big UFC card.
Has Figueiredo fought Cejudo?
No.
He has.
He has?
Well, I have stopped myself because no, I don't know. They have not fought. So that
I mean,
that's
know
another
which
one as well.
Yeah. That's because Cejudo's name value for sure.
How about the return of vintage Piotr Jan though?
Oh man,
Is this your first?
Man, it's so beautiful to watch.
Was this the first time of you watching a Jan fight?
No,
Leo?
I think I saw him beat Song Yadong's ass at 299.
Yeah.
So these last
His
two fights he's had. Well, this is what he used to be when he was the champ, right? Because he went on a bit of a slide when he lost the belt to Aljamain and then lost to O'Malley, and then the Merab fight happened and was really bad. But this is like the best of Piotr Jan right here. Just like this really awesome mix of just clean boxing and slick, trip takedowns, solid ground game. I mean, he's kind of the complete package.
I forgot.
Did you guys see?
We looked this up. He has the title Master of Sport from the USSR. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like such a well-rounded fighter. Like his striking is elite. I mean, first of all, this fight was great. It was great. Figgy, obviously a great fighter, former champion. But man, it's just like this fight happened at such a high level all around. Like the scrambles we saw, Jan escaping through the legs, Figgy. I mean, everywhere was just so high level. The striking was crisp, boxing, super, super nice. Like, I mean, this is something I think I was even seeing some of our like boxing fans tune in and be like, yeah, this is like such a good, it's a good fighter. Whenever they were seeing Jan, and this is, I mean, like Nathan said, this is vintage Jan. I feel like he hasn't really been the same since like the Aljo loss. We saw glimpses of it during the Corey Sandhagen fight. Another tremendous fight. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. But man, Piotr Jan, whenever he's on, he's just it's beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch.
I think prior to Ilya's emergence, he was the guy we would say is the best boxer in the UFC.
Yeah, I used to be very much on that train, especially after that Sandhagen fight. Man, he's just so creative. Oh yeah, you pointed out too the trip that he got on Figgy. Like it was, I mean, sort of almost like how John Jones took on Stipe. Really, really nice. I could see Jan. I really don't. Actually, yeah, that's a good question to pose to you guys. What is next for Jan?
I think they might make him go through Umar. I don't think he's going to get a soft touch after this because O'Malley and Merab are next.
They got the
and
rematch.
I think they're, even though Umar's already up to 2, I have a feeling the UFC isn't just going to give him next in line. I think they're going to make a number 1 contender fight with him. And Piotr Jan, unfortunately, is going to take the draw. Now, he could win that fight, especially if he fights like this. But, I mean, unlucky draw. Like, no rewards here for having that performance.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I was expecting that after Merab and O'Malley fought again, once they do the rematch, that Umar was going to be up next for that. That was what I thought the roadmap looked like. So to put Piotr Jan in front of Umar and say, now you got to earn it, bitch. Here you go.
But I think that would actually, if we do get that fight, it would prove a lot about Umar. Like, I know he just did beat Sandhagen, but like this isn't a washed or hampered Piotr Jan.
Yeah.
Like, this is someone who's refound his form.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, I don't know if this Jan that you saw against Figgy fought. I mean, obviously the Sean O'Malley fight was very, very close. I mean, it was not a robber or anything like that, but I did have it for Jan. But either way. But if this Jan were to fight Sean O'Malley now, how do you see that fight going the second time around? Because like I feel like the Merab fight would be like somewhat similar, like the copious amount of takedowns. But Sean O'Malley fight, man, that's one of like the more intriguing ones, like O'Malley versus Jan too. How do you guys see it going?
Well, O'Malley has gotten better since that fight, like particularly with his he was already good at distance management, but he's gotten really, really good at, perfecting his timing and just like getting perfect at that. And just due to the proportions, Jan is going to have to enter that danger zone again. So, man, that's a tough one.
What was Merab able to do to break distance without getting checked on his way in? I'm wondering if Piotr Jan can replicate that.
I mean, in the fight, I forget exactly how many takedowns Merab threw, but I want to say it was like more than 40, maybe even more than 50 takedowns that Merab threw against Jan. It was just like this consistent, like wet blanket approach that Merab took on Jan. And I mean, it was just suffocating the amount of pressure that Merab had on Jan. Like I think Jan defended like the majority of them, but in that defense, Jan wasn't able to do anything offensively of his own. So like I don't know. He called out Merab. I mean, he wants the Merab rematch. I think he wants to get that one back bad, but I don't know how that would go. Honestly, like I think the O'Malley one interests me a lot more than the Merab one, just because the Merab one was like a little bit boring. But I don't know because I'm not gonna say bantamweight is clogged, not yet, but it might be starting to get there. Because like we've got Jan, Umar. It looks like they're gonna do O'Malley and Merab too. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
We'll
see.
That's the one I was thinking about.
Very interesting.
For the sake of the rematching, I guess. If Jan and O'Malley were to fight again, what was Merab able to do to O'Malley to break distance and throw takedowns, and could Jan replicate that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Merab versus Jan.
That's all right.
Well, they're just so differently stylistically. Like Jan wouldn't take the same kind of approach Merab is. Like Jan is going to try and box in the pocket, and the kind of takedowns he's going to be aiming for are like he's trying to take advantage of how kind of string beanish. There's probably a better way to say. I could have said that, but you get what I mean. The guy's that's lanky. He's going to try and get trips and clinches to kind of like throw him onto the ground. He's not going to be shooting 100 double legs and just win by volume the way Merab would.
Yeah, I see.
But because he's not doing that, he's at more danger of getting knocked out because he's gonna have to force the issue and step into the danger zone.
I don't know. All I can really say, because it's sort of hard to predict with these guys. Like I mean, in other divisions, it's a little bit easier, like in lightweight and stuff like that. But in this division, I feel like everyone's sort of equally matched up. Like if you tell me Jan, whatever happens in the rematch, but somehow we get Jan and O'Malley in a rematch for the belt, I don't know if I can really like accurately tell you who's gonna win that. I think everyone's just bantamweight is like pretty close stylistically. Like you guys were saying, O'Malley has gotten much better, and I mean he's someone. Man, if you get distracted for a second, you're out. He's just gonna snipe you from the outside. It's a very good division in terms of in terms of skill. Bantamweight might be up there for like highest like skill threshold to get to the title.
Well, that's UFC Macau. Anything more? Saved rounds?
That's about all I got.
Sing.
Just a little bit. First things first, on Friday, December 6th, One Fight Night 26. This one's in Singapore. There's stuff on here. The main event, Christian Lee is, I think he's a 2-weight MMA champ over at One. He's fighting Alibeg Rasulov. So enjoy that. The atom weight submission grappling title, Mesa Bastos versus RJ tagged Daniel Kelly. Only reason I mentioned it. Dennis Puric, third at flyweight Muay Thai versus Elias Mahmoudi. Should be, if I'm remembering who Elias is correctly, should be an entertaining fight because Dennis is very tough. But that's it for that. Oh, Jonathan DeBella, way down the card. Strawweight kickboxing. So that's fun. All right. Saturday, December 7th, UFC 310 at the T-Mobile Arena. Woof. There's a lot on here. All right. Early prelims. I didn't get the times. Vicente Luque, 14th, versus Temba Gorimbo, welters. Martin Boudet versus Rizvan Kuniev, heavyweights. Michael Chiesa versus Max Griffin, welters. Clay Guida, 14th at lightweight versus Chase Hooper. Cody Durden, is he related to Tyler? Versus Joshua Van at flyweight, and Talison Teixeira versus Lucas Bresky, heavies. There you go. That's your early prelims. In the regular portion, or the regular prelims portion, I guess, Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders at a catchweight. I believe it's 160. Last time I checked.
Fucking hell. Why is it a catchweight for Weidman? Didn't he just have one of those?
I don't know.
Well, actually, didn't the Weidman fight get canceled?
Did it?
I think the previous Weidman fight, yeah. He was supposed to fight in New York, actually, I think on 309. But that entire fight got canceled because I think Eric Anders got like food poisoning, they said. So I think they just moved the fight over here.
Yeah, seems so.
This fight, now that I'm looking through it, is like, or this like card is a little bit stacked.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the early prelims have got a lot of solid names on there.
Yeah.
Good matchup fights.
Joshua Van, Cody Durden, Chase Hooper, Clay Guida. Yeah, these are some this is a decent card. And I guess it is in Las Vegas, so they wanted to put like a decent.
Yeah, they want to show out.
Lineup. Yeah, like this is I mean, just look at this. Yeah. Continue going.
Yeah, moving up the prelims, Randy Brown versus Brian Battle. Is Randy Brown French by chance? Are they gonna have a Frenchman come out and say, "You got to be out of your mind if you think an American's gonna beat me"?
Yeah, that's a great fight, by the way. I feel like Randy Brown, Brian Battle, that's gonna be. I mean, I don't know. It couldn't. I mean, obviously, with any fight, it couldn't be like boring as hell. But like on paper, it seems like this is gonna be a crazy good fight.
Moving up, Anthony Smith and Dominic Reyes at light heavyweight. On the UFC site, they're both listed as 12 in the rankings, but Anthony Smith is underneath, so maybe he's 13, and somebody typoed.
Yeah, the UFC website is cooked right now. I mean, they still have Nick Diaz on here facing Vicente Luque. We know that's not happening.
Mosfar Ivloev, 5th at featherweight versus Aljamain Sterling, 9th. That is capping off the prelims.
That is a crazy good fight. Mosfar, Aljo, like everyone's got to be seated for that one. Like that is a very important fight, and it'll probably be very good.
Well, I would agree it's an important fight, but doesn't this have like snoozer potential? Like, couldn't they just crotch sniff the whole time? Or do I have Evloev pegged wrong?
Well, no, you don't have pegged wrong, but the fact that like they both have like such high like grappling skill, I don't know. I feel like it's either we get like a fast submission. You know how like whenever like wrestlers that are like on par in terms of like their ground game, they'll like just stay in the stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like we could get, if it's not a fast submission or like, you know, high level grappling exchanges, I feel like we could see like a mostly like stand up type fight. Maybe a few takedowns, but I don't know. I feel like we could see some pretty nice scrambles in this fight. This is probably not one for like boxing fans, I would say, but I feel like this could be. I think this could be more exciting. I could be absolutely wrong, but I think it could be more exciting than initially thought.
Okay. Well, I will tune in then. I mean, I guess I was going to be tuning in, but I guess I won't fall asleep for this fight.
I could be completely wrong, and this could be like the most boring fight of the year, but we'll see.
Is that what it is? It's either going to be really good or really shitty.
I mean, it's not going to be like fire. Like when I say
it's not fireworks, of course. But...
Yeah, it won't be like fight of the year contender or anything like that. But I think compared to, especially like Mosfar normally has like really boring fights. Compared to like previous outings, this could be more exciting than originally thought. We will see.
All right, moving into the paid portion, Nate Landwehr versus Duho Choi, like I taught y'all last time. Korean Superboy
versus Nate the Train. I don't know if I've ever seen a bad Nate Landwehr fight. So again, man, like the more I look at this card, the better it gets. This is an outrageously good card.
Moving up, Bryce Mitchell, 13th at featherweight versus Kron Gracie. Looking at him on the UFC site, which we know is not very good, but he doesn't have a nationality or like a flag underneath him. So,
Brazilian.
Yeah, I assumed so with the Gracie name.
This is a weird fight. I think these guys are both like some heavy conspiracy dudes. Like CTE Olympics type of stuff.
Yo, Bible man out here. Bible man versus
Bryce Mitchell, Bryce Mitchell is hilarious, dude, man. Some of the stuff he says is crazy.
What are the odds comes out with an Israeli flag?
Bryce Mitchell?
Yeah.
Not 0.
Yeah.
Not 0, yeah. Dude, Bryce Mitchell doesn't like Elon Musk.
Wow.
He thinks Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
Well, he's probably onto something.
He thinks Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
All right. Well, enemy of my enemy, right? Good one. Good one, Bryce. Moving up at the heavyweight, Cyril Gane, Alexander Volkov, 2nd and 3rd. This is because we know that John Jones is... yeah, I think, Nate, you put it best in the last session. He's doing his best Mallard impressions lately. So this is whoever wins this is probably going to be fighting Tom Aspinall. So
and this is, as good as Aspinall is, this, no disrespect to him, Gane versus Volkov is probably the most technical striking match, like the highest level striking match you could have, because both these guys are not going to shoot a takedown. They're going to stand and trade at a very high level.
Yeah, Volkov, like I know they've already fought one time, but Gane sort of wiped Volkov, but Volkov has gotten like much better now. Well, at least in his fight against Pavlovich, he showed like pretty good improvement. Like I don't know, man. This is still a good fight, and like Nathan said, there's not going to be a takedown thrown in this fight unless like Gane comes out here trying to prove a point that he has like improved since the John Jones fight, and he wants to get a some type of takedown or submission, something along those lines. But I don't see it going that way. But yeah, this is high level striking matchup. This is a crazy good fight, and unfortunately, this will probably be the winner of this will probably be next for Tom Aspinall's 2nd interim title defense.
Hopefully, it's elevated to undisputed by then.
Oh, that's right, because Homeboy's gonna vacate.
Yeah, please, Dana White, please upgrade Tom Aspinall to full undisputed.
Do you think Aspinall would try to shoot on Gane rather than strike with him? You'd want to take away his advantages, right?
Yeah, I could see him doing that for sure.
It's just smart fighting.
Yeah. Aspinall's is very high IQ guy, so.
In the co-main, Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Gary, 3rd and 7th at welterweight.
This is the one right here, man.
Does Gary have like a non-zero chance? Like, what are his best avenues here? Because from what you guys are telling me about Shavkat and what I've seen of Gary, it doesn't look like this is going to go very well for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Shavkat like 85% chance. I'd say like 85% chance in his favor to win. I think because like Shavkat, I think it was the Jeff Neal fight. Shavkat has gotten like cracked before, and it's one of those things like he is hittable. And he's got a great chin and everything, but he is hittable. I mean, I don't know. I think Gary will probably take one of those like more distance approaches, trying to step in with karate style, almost like how Sean O'Malley like steps in for those like reaching like right hands, throws the occasional kick, trying to catch their opponent off guard. If it's like something like that, I mean, Shavkat is hittable. I could see a world where he at least gets stunned. And I don't know what it would lead to, but I could see a situation where Shavkat gets stunned by Gary mid-fight. But I don't know. I think Shavkat is just so well-rounded in every aspect, like striking, grappling, wrestling. I just don't really see much chance for Gary to pull out a win over the course of. Will this be 5 rounds or is it 3 rounds?
I bet it'd be 5.
Because I know they do that sometimes for like these.
Yeah, for
like
some
super
co-mains.
elite level. Yeah, they'll do like 5 rounds. If it's 3 rounds, Shavkat, I might even boost them to like 90% chance to win. But yeah, this is still a great fight. Like, even though I'm confident that Shavkat will win, like you were saying, it's not a non-zero chance. Like Ian Gary's he's not coming in here to lose. At least not not willingly. So this is a great matchup. This is probably, I would say, this is probably what the people would consider the main event of this fight.
And this is a 5 round. This is a 5-rounder, by the way.
Ooh,
Expected.
all right.
I don't see any way that Shavkat can lose, but like Isaac is saying, that doesn't mean it's a bad fight. I think Gary's gonna try his best to make it interesting, and really his only shot to win is to keep it long range with his kicks and just try and pepper him and keep him from easily entering. But I mean, Rachmanov is too well rounded to he's just too well rounded to allow that one thing to be a stopping gap for him.
Reach advantage, 2.5 inches to Shavkat, and leg reach is the same. That's pretty nuts.
Shavkat's a unit, man. He's one of these Kazakh guys. I know we see him a lot in boxing, a few, the Kazakh boxers, but I don't know, man. Shavkat just feels like the potential to be like the next guy at welterweight. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's been a while since we've seen someone like so well rounded in that division. But I mean, this is a massive test. Like if he just wipes Gary, I think the division is cooked. I really don't know who else at welterweight could really give him issues.
Joaquin Buckley. I don't know. If I really believe
actually,
that.
Speaking about that though. Oh yeah, you finish your point first, Nathan, because mine's a little bit on a tangent.
Oh, I was just gonna say the only other guy I think that would really give Shavkat issues is if Usman came back and like looked really good in a comeback fight. Like he's got a pretty well-rounded skill set. He could give Shavkat issues, but we have to see him back first. He's been out for so long.
Yeah. Could you imagine if we still had Khamzat in this division? Shavkat versus Khamzat, that would have been a fight. But I was gonna say, did you guys see as soon as they made like the Gary Shavkat fight, it was like very shortly after that they announced that Colby Covington was gonna be fighting Joaquin Buckley, like the week after. And like I will say, like, to Gary's credit, like Gary had been calling for Colby. I think we even talked about it on an episode before, like a few weeks ago, how he wanted to fight Colby. For whatever reason, said no. But as soon as Gary was occupied with Shavkat, Colby came out of the woodworks and immediately got matched up with Buckley. Gary called him out, man, and I don't know. I feel like Gary's had a little bit of a babyface turn with the fan base because, like, he said yes to Shavkat. Obviously, not a lot of people were willing to fight Shavkat to begin with. He did it on short notice, and then I don't know. I feel like he's gaining some of the fans back a little bit. I don't know where you guys are at on the whole Ian Gary. I still don't like him that much, but at least recently he's starting to turn in the right direction, at least for me.
Well, only thing I can really reply to that, which all very valid, but the little video that Joaquin Buckley put out on social media, where his friend walks up to him he's like sitting in the woods and he's like crying, pretending, but he's crying. He's like, Joaquin, what's wrong? It was supposed to be Buck versus the Cuck.
Oh.
Not
That's
Covington. Not Colby Covington. Buck versus the Cuck.
That is a crazy tagline, man. That is a crazy tagline for a fight. But you could sell Sony T-shirts with that.
Yeah, you could.
Wow.
I thought I'd share that one. It was really funny. So, Shavkat somehow stops Gary in the first round. Does
mean, that would be. I mean, Lord forgive me for saying this, but.
But yeah, that's Shavkat versus Gary. So it's a non-zero chance. So that's cool. I honestly, before you guys were talking about it, I did kind of write Gary off. But oh well. Hopefully he gives us. He was able to handle with MVP. He was able to hang with MVP, I should say. So that's cool. This isn't definitely not. Shavkat's definitely miles above that, but still.
Yeah, this is a massive step up. This is like top tier UFC matchmaking though. I really do have to hand it to him. Like 200 feet of guys. Obviously, like both somewhat young. This is like very, very good matchmaking.
In the main event, Alexander Pantoja, the flyweight champion, is fighting debutant Kai Asakura. Fucking no-name guy from the who knows where, and where the fuck are his accolades from, and none of that's true. He's a rising dude. I think when this was announced, you guys were saying it's just that flyweight needs an injection of someone new into the mix.
Yeah, Pantoja has like beaten a lot of people at flyweight. Like, I mean, he sort of ran through Royval. Obviously, he beat Moreno. I'm trying to remember, like, other guys have been struggling too. Amir Albazi just got wiped by Moreno. Kai Kara France got TKO'd by Moreno as well. So it's like there's not a lot of, I guess, sort of like fresh blood would be the way to describe it. So they wanted to inject some new names. And like, this is a champion. I mean, I think it'll be very interesting. And honestly, I don't know too much about him. But the week of the fight, we'll get the UFC countdown. I think everyone should check it out. If you guys ever like watch like Showtime Boxing, the what was it called again? Like the little like vlogs
All
that they would do fight week. Yeah, All Access. It's sort of like that. I'm gonna be watching just because I don't know too much about Kai Asakura's like
his rising
upbringing.
career.
Yeah, rising career. They'll definitely be showing some of that, some of his life. I think it's definitely something to tune into, so we can get more of more info on who Kai is and what his style is like. I think it'll definitely be worthwhile to tune into that, and obviously you'll get like other content as well. But I don't know, from what I have seen, it does seem like this should be a decent fight. At the very least, an entertaining fight, from what I have seen. I don't know if Nathan has anything to add in terms of like
KO by soccer
maybe.
Kick. Holy shit!
Yeah, that yeah. I remember we did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I think you're kind of hoping for like an O'Malley versus Aljamain performance, right? Where the guy who really shouldn't win, the striker Asakura, is able to get past the grappler by just bombing him out before he can even get his grappling going. And maybe that's a little unfair to Pantoja, but like his title reign has been so tremendously uneventful. Like, I just had, even though he's winning, dominantly, obviously he's really skilled, but he's just not exciting to watch. And so I think if you want things to pick up, it would be way cooler if Asakura just knocked him out. But it's really going to depend on is he even able to contend at all with those takedowns. Like, I think that's a big unknown with him, and we're just not going to know it until the first round starts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that you brought up Sterling versus O'Malley, because it was really cool to see the striker take the get the win emphatically, but that also that sequence of events depended on Aljamain Sterling being a complete fucking moron for the entire fight, pretty much. Just not at all utilizing his best attributes, and instead trying to beat O'Malley at his own game. I haven't seen enough of Pantoja to say, but I wouldn't expect, given how long his reign has been, I don't think he would do that. I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as the type to strike, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Pantoja is like a really good fighter. I mean, he's got like a serious chin, or at least in the past he has. and like he's sort of good everywhere. Like I mean, he's got power, he's got decent ground game, grappling, just physically like super strong. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sort of waiting to see more of like the countdown stuff and like the vlogs, just to see, I guess, more of what Kai's like full style is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, from what I have seen, I think at least the striking will be fun. I imagine Pantoja will try to mix in some takedowns because, like, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be able to defend those. But the striking, for what it's worth, should at least be fun.
That's it.
Damn, this is a great card.
Yeah, that's 310. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like 308, 310. Holy shit. 309, not just the regular shit, I guess. Not a very holy one.
Yeah. 309 was very lackluster.
Yeah, so this is
this
good.
Fight, or this card. Yeah,
I'm real. This is exciting. The learning more about Shavkat and hearing some pathways to victory for Gary. Cyril Gane, that one, I was in my mind, I was kind of expecting to be a wash. That Gane would take it pretty handily, even though Volkov has shown drastic improvements. But still, I guess it's going to be a lot better than I thought. Man, that's just like a 3 fights on the fucking card. Very cool.
Yeah, this is the last pay-per-view, so I guess they wanted to go all out. Last pay-per-view of the year, at least.
Well, that's it for 310. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Ultimate Effing Casual, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you just need to let us know how terrible you think our takes are, you can be a lame and text our anonymous line, 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on business, call and leave a voice message, and we'll see if you're interesting enough to make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. Can't go wrong. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. A lot of stuff gets cut out from final releases for all kinds of reasons. So if you want the raw audio, exactly as it's recorded, look us up on Patreon. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out a lot if you hit us with a rating on whatever app you're listening on. If you're not feeling a $5, you have our number, or you can hit the DMs. Let us know how we can earn that full $5. The metal intros by Anders Janhunen, the jazzy intros by the artist Afternoon, outro by Middle of Nowhere Beats, and for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. Heading into 310, parting words.
Please, Kai, save us from this boring flyweight division. That's all I got.
For me, I'm hoping for another vintage Bryce Mitchell moment. If he does win, we're going to get him on the mic, and he's going to say some crazy stuff. It'll be another hilarious moment.
Don't let Elon Musk put microchips into your brains.
I mean, it's serious. You have to go check out what he said, because he does not like Elon Musk at all.
So 310, we'll see you on the other side of it next time on the Ultimate Fucking Casual. Hit wherever it is that you're listening. Hit a fucking rating, would you? Could you? And if it's not a 5-star, fucking in the little outro, the little plugs and shit, is my phone number is in it. Mine. It goes to me directly. Tell me why it's not a 5. Let me try to fix it before you submit a not 5.
Yeah. Roast us. Call us in and roast us.
I say it every time. Fucking, you can text if you want to be a little pansy about it. That's fine. Regardless, it's anonymous. So, yeah, if you want to stand on business, call in and tell me why I'm the ultimate fucking casual. But yeah, until next time, we'll see ya.